Now, a candidate for the leadership of UKIP has said that an appointed board at the top of the party would turn UKIP into a dictatorship. Phillip Broughton, who's one of 5 candidates running to replace Nigel Farage, has said that he is seriously concerned by fellow candidate Diane James's idea to scrap the NEC of the party. We can speak to Phillip Broughton now because he's in our studios there in Middlesbrough. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Julian.
I mentioned your concerns. Explain more specifically why you're worried here.
Yes, I'm very, very worried with Diane James's proposal. What she wants to do is she wants to scrap the democratically elected NEC and replace it with an appointed board. Now, I think this would be totally and utterly undemocratic. It would take all power away from party members. It would give far too much power. Actually, it would give all the power to the party leader. And I think that's wrong. We want more democracy in this party, not less. And that's why I'm going to continue to argue that we need to keep the NEC. We need to make sure members keep the power in this party, not rich businessmen.
She's talked, hasn't she, about a better mechanism. She wants a new constitution. She wants an emergency general meeting to thrash all this out. There's nothing necessarily undemocratic about that, is there?
No, I think there is. I think what she's saying is she wants to have an appointed board for this party. Now, I think that is totally and utterly undemocratic. What I want to see is I want to see us reform the NEC. I want to see regionally elected members. I want to see us publish the minutes of the meetings, and I want the meetings to go around the country so the whole country can see what's going on in the NEC. But we do need broader, more democratic reform of the party. I believe we need to have policy debates at conference, and we need to have policy voting for members, so we are a true democratic party. You know, we've just defeated the EU, a dictatorship. We do not want to turn this party, UKIP, into a dictatorship. We want to make sure we keep our democracy in this party, and we want to make sure that we keep our NEC.
Right, I mean, so she wants reform and you want reform. It's just in different shapes and sizes to a degree. And I suppose the other point I would make to you is what your current deputy leader, Paul Nuttall, has said, and who is worried about infighting within the party, and that is something that you've all got to agree upon in terms of getting away from that, haven't you?
Well, look, what I think we have to do, Julian, in this party is we've got to broaden our message so we talk about all of the issues, the NHS, the economy, law and order, defence, foreign policy, but we've also got to change our tone. We've got to realise that the way we say things is just as important as the words we use. And look, I'm second in some of the online polls to Diane. We are closing the lead on her. And what I would say to party members, if you want a young, strong, passionate leader who's got the vision for this party, who can communicate the message, I'm their man. And what I would say is we need to be a party that fights to protect the National Health Service, for tougher policies on law and order, for a truly fair economy, controlled immigration, strong defence, smaller government and lower taxes. UKIP have won the referendum, but we've got so much more to do, and I'm very excited, if I'm elected as the new leader of UKIP, that we can get on and really take the fight to Labour and the Conservatives.
Just on those online polls, finally, you acknowledge that Diane James is in the lead at the moment. Is there an element here of you taking a pop at the woman that you think is probably going to beat you?
Sorry, I didn't quite catch that. Sorry, Julian.
You talked about the online polls. You acknowledge that Diane James is in the lead at the moment. Is there an element here of you taking a pop at the person who you fear might end up beating you?
Absolutely not. I want to make this very, very clear. This is nothing personally against Diane. I get on well with Diane James. I like her. I think she's a great ambassador for the party. This is simply a difference of policy. I think this party needs to be far more democratic than what it currently is, and I want us to keep the NEC, which is elected by the members. I do not want to see an undemocratic, unaccountable, appointed board, which is what Diane is proposing, because that would take all power away from members. It would give all the power to the party leader, and I think the party members have got to be the bosses in this party, not rich businessmen. We do not want this party for sale at any price.